All right, we're recording. It's Micah again. 5 weeks in a row, and just in time, we got for the end of January. We have the last of January. Uh, it's been, I'm gonna keep doing these. Every week we get a little bit less viewers, uh, and by a little less, I mean last week 3 people watched it. But that's all right. I'm doing this for me more than I'm doing it for anybody else. I want to make these, and if people watch them, and the people that have watched them and keep watching them, cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're digging them. Like I said, I'm kind of just making them for me, just a way to talk about stuff I'm working on, stuff I'm reading, and if somebody else finds it interesting, then appreciate it. Appreciate you. Uh, you're the man. You're the man. You're the woman. You're the person. You're cool with me. Anyway, what we got going on? Nothing really came in the mail this week. So no mail call segment, I guess. We got in stores this week though. American Psycho #3, lettered by me. Hey, did you know I'm a letterer? Did you know that's why I make these, is to talk about stuff I worked on and lettered? Uh, the name of the channel is Micah Letters Comics. So that was probably a good sign. But also, if you watched any of these, I talk about lettering a bunch, or stuff I've lettered a bunch. But anyway, yeah, American Psycho #3. It's coming out tomorrow with Michael Calero, Piotr Kowalski on the art, and Brad Simpson on colors, and me on letters, obviously. It's like a sequel, but also there's parts of the story that are happening during the movie. Like, so it's like runs congruent, I think is the big fancy word. Uh, I hope I'm using correctly. Um, with the story, like it gives you a little bit more of what's happening. Um, so if you've been buying that, I hope you've been digging it. If you haven't been buying it, like I said, it's issue 3, so probably 1 and 2 are in stores still, along with it. If not, you can get it on probably on Sumerian's website or Amazon, uh, like I said, comic shops, eBay, anywhere that sells comics, really. I mean, probably some digital spots you can get it from too. Um, Comixology doesn't exist anymore, but I guess Kindle or Global Comics. I'm not sure if Sumerian's on there, but I assume they are because I mean everything's on Global Comics now. So um, I should have looked into that next time. Um, but yeah, other stuff coming out tomorrow. Avengers Twilight. I dug the first issue about like the Avengers in the future. Kind of they're all retired and now they got to come back because the world needs them. It's that kind of story. I know it's kind of a cliche story, but it's done very well. The art's great. The story's great. Chip Zdarsky is writing it. Dug his Daredevil a lot. I haven't read a lot of his indie stuff. I don't know, but what I've read of him. I've dug a lot. I dig this a lot. Also, Duke #2 comes out tomorrow. If you watched these other ones, I talked about how I'm digging the Void Rivals uh, expanded. I guess it's called the Energon universe. GI Joe and Transformers. Didn't growing up, I didn't really watch any of it because I was too young. Not because it was bad, or not because it was too violent for a young kid. It just I missed it because I was too young. Um, but yeah, I'm digging it a lot. I'm even liking the Larry Hama GI Joe series, which isn't connected with that universe, but it's still really fun, really cool. Just goofy kind of comics. The team of people dressed up like snakes is always just makes for great comics. At least in my opinion. What else? Stuff I worked on that's also in stores. Empath from Black Box. Grandma Tilly's Helltech Mech from Band of Bards. Always fun to say. American Psycho. Oh, we just talked about that. Vixen NYC from DC. Also in Webtoon. But they got the physical copies. I think there's 2 volumes out, maybe 3. Um, Death Comes for the Toymaker from Scout is they're doing the thing where you buy the first issue. The first issue came out, I think, in beginning of December. You can check that out, and then if you dig it, then you can order the trade, which the final order cutoff for that is coming up. Um, so yeah, find the first issue in stores or online. I have some in my store if you want to buy it from me. Um, but yeah, check it out, and if you dig it, then pick up the trade. Um, Also, I forgot, like I said, Vixen's on Webtoon. There's also Urban Animal on Webtoon, which is, I think, 140 episodes, 100 something. It's a lot. I've done a lot of those. Um, and Justin Jordan and John Amore writing and art, respectively. I think I did that right, respectively. Respectively? I don't know. I'm tired. Uh, and also Nexus Point from. Oh no, his name just left my head. Trevor Mueller. There you go. No, that's not right, is it? La 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 la. Pretend like I'm not looking something up right now in front of you, but I am. Yeah, Trevor Mueller. I was right. Ha ha ha. I'm smart. But yeah, check that out on Webtoon. I think there's 60 episodes of that, which is still a lot. I mean, either one of those, you start on episode one, you got yourself a lot of reading ahead of you to fill your time. And also, it's good reading. Um, got some shows coming up where I'm going to be selling stuff. Noise, February 24th at Smart Mouth Brewery in Norfolk, Virginia. Durham Minicon in Durham, North Carolina at the Durham Armory. Comics Arts Richmond on March 9th at Basic City Beer in Richmond. I don't. The names haven't gone officially out of who's going to be at that show, selling and not. But even if I'm not, I'll selling. I'll probably still be there because I dig small press comics from local creators, and it's like an hour from my house. Also, I found out I'm going to be at Atlantic Comic Con in the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel. That's all the way in August, but just letting you know now, it's a first time show, so. It seems like they were trying to get a lot of local people there and a lot of big name people there, a little mix of both. Uh, Obviously, me being there, local and big name, you know, big name, big name letterer. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. You can check out links below. There's a store where you can buy the comics that I've lettered. You can, uh, and also wrote. There's a disasters on there that I wrote about D-list villains, kind of like Venture Brothers, Archer, Justice League International, stuff I dig. It's a lot like that. If you like those things too, then you'll probably like this comic. Art by Javier Caba. Um, there's also the Kayfabe, an anthology I put together with a bunch of people about wrestling, comic book stories about wrestling, a bunch of other stuff that I lettered. There's an Etsy store where I sell buttons that I make from Dollar Bin Comics. All of the kind of stuff. Check out the links below. All kinds of cool stuff. Follow me on all the social medias if you need a letterer. I'm your guy. Always looking for more work, and like links below, you can see some of my work in my portfolio. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm glad to have you. Glad if you're watching, you're digging it. And I will see you next week. Nope, it didn't stop.